Our breaking news today, professional wrestling legend Hulk Hogan died of cardiac arrest in Florida, age of 71. The Mustache Hogan, most popular wrestler in the 80s for the World Wrestling Federation, headlined WrestleMania for years. Also had a long movie career, starting with his role as Thunderlips in 1983's Rocky III. All right, for more, we bring in our Marc Raimondi, who wrote a book on Hulk Hogan in his time in the NWO called Say Hello to the Bad Guys. Marc, your book dropped just a month ago today. Give me your reaction then to the news of the death of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I mean, Brian, Hulk Hogan is probably the biggest star in the history of the professional wrestling business. Now, maybe The Rock has become more recognizable due to his time in movies, but as far as wrestling is concerned, Hulk Hogan sold more tickets than anyone in the history of that industry. And he was one of the most recognizable, if not the most recognizable names and faces in that industry for a very, very long period of time.
So when we talk about legendary sport figures, what do we need to know about Hulk Hogan?
He was a guy that helped take professional wrestling as an industry into the national mainstream. Prior to WrestleMania 1, which he headlined alongside Mr. T, wrestling was very much broken up into regional territories. It was not a nationally functioning cable television product. And him in the WWF helped change that. And WrestleMania 1 was a massive success. Again, Mr. T was his tag team partner. They hosted Saturday Night Live the night before that show, and it really it put wrestling on the map as far as on the national level. And he was the guy to do it. He was the face, he was the hero of that business, and one of the biggest names in the 80s and then also the 90s in wrestling.
Yeah, you're right about that. So, of course, one of the biggest storylines of the 90s, as you point out, was his move to the NWO. How do you think that affected the sport of wrestling?
Massively, because he was the hero for about a decade, right? And that's how everyone knew him, as the hero, the red and yellow, all-American Hulk Hogan. And then in 96, some of that interest was waning, and he made, which was a risky move, to turn heel. He became a bad guy. The red and yellow was gone. It was the black and white. He had the 5 o'clock shadow. He was evil. He was devious. And it was a risky move for him because he was the hero for so long. The NWO helped revolutionize wrestling at that time because the business was not doing very well. So he lifted wrestling up again with the NWO, and that led to the biggest boom period in our lifetimes in wrestling, which was the late 90s. And he was the key figure to that as well. So no one has had a run as the good guy for as long as he did, with as much success as he did, and then as the bad guy. A truly remarkable, unique, once-in-a-lifetime type of career in that business for Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I think everybody will remember that time when he fought Andre the Giant and then pinned him, and the arena just went crazy. All right, obviously, he had some issues and some troubles in the 2000s. So in light of that, how should we, let's say, remember the story of Hulk Hogan?
I mean, frankly, if there was no Hulk Hogan, Brian, I'm not sure what the professional wrestling business would even look like right now, because again, he kind of put it on his back in 2 separate decades and helped lift it up to the level that it's at now. WWE is on Netflix. It's a multi-billion-dollar company. And if not for Hulk Hogan helped building it in the 80s and then again in the 90s, who knows where it would be right now? Maybe it would not be as big, and I would argue that it probably would not be as big as it is now.
Yeah. Marc Raimondi with the life and legacy of Hulk Hogan. Thank you, Marc.
Thank you.